Hey guys, so today I'm here with my really good friend Hrush,
Hi
and we're
guys.
doing a fun little video. I'm gonna do like a honey inspired glam, like honey glow. So we decided to go with like a honey color hair, and then I'm gonna bump it up with the glam. So I'm handing it over to Hrush.
Hey guys, we have something so exciting for you today. We are doing the Honey Glow Glam Part 1 on Rokael's channel, and Part 2, head over to my channel by clicking here.
So I'm gonna use my new eyeshadow collection that is coming out so soon, but I wanted to do something kind of sparkly and fun. Whenever I'm doing clients for stage, I always like to use something that like dances with the light and creates like dimension. So this palette, I specifically made it for that environment. So I'm super excited to show it to you guys. Hrush is the perfect person to do it on because she loves a good razzle dazzle.
Honey.
Yeah, so I'm gonna finish it off on Hrush's channel with a very honey dewy glow, and I'm also gonna be teasing another product that I'm working on. I'm just teasing all the stuff on Hrush's channel.
I mean, just let it spill, honey.
I'm gonna prep Hrush's skin, and I'm using my new skin prep situation. I personally like to do it right before glam because it gives you time to like marry it, and I like to activate it by like swirling it around. First, I go in the under eye because I feel like that's the area that I want the most hydration in. Since I'm gonna be using like powders and concealers, you just wanna kind of create a nice little barrier for it to adhere to. And then put a little bit of my magical oil that I'm working on. And I just love this because it has so many layers of oils that some of them like seep into the skin, and then the other ones just kind of stay on top and just blend really nicely with your foundation or your concealer. And I love using oil under eye. I feel like that's definitely an area that you can get away with doing it. And if you have like any leftover after glam or after you do your eyeshadow, you can just wipe off the excess, and then whatever you want it to kind of penetrate into the skin will do that, so you don't create like a greasy effect, but definitely hydrate. So now I'm gonna prep Hrush's lips, and I'm using my lip oil, and this is in the shade Golden Milk. And I just love this lip oil because it just hydrates. It has jojoba oil and castor oil and doesn't feel sticky. It also has like a nice little scent. Kind of smells like candy. So it's just like, I want to eat it. It's like salted caramel.
It smells so nice.
Yeah, it's like a little yummy, a little gourmandy-ish. This one I was inspired by the Sol de Janeiro scent.
I can see that.
So it was like in that vibe. I couldn't get fully away with it because then it gets like too florally, you know, but in the beginning of it, you kind of get a little of that like yummy salted caramel.
I love a good scent. If you're an OG, you'll know exactly where spoolie comes from.
My first video. When did we shoot that? That was a while ago, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely before COVID.
It was so beautiful. It was before COVID.
Yeah, it's like that was our first Beyoncé-inspired.
Beyoncé.
All right, so I'm gonna prep her eyelid, and I'm using another product I'm working on. This is one of my favorite so far. It's the eyeshadow primer.
I love how I'm getting tricked out by all your new products.
I know, I'm like, I feel like this year I was like, you know, I'm just gonna drop all the things because I feel like I've been working on them for so long.
Good for you.
But now that I feel like they're ready, and you know, I've been testing them on the road and different clients, I'm like, okay, I just feel like I never like go off of trends. I just always feel like, what do I want to make? What's missing in my kit? What I can't find on the market? And then from there, I just kind of start making stuff, you know? So I feel like it takes longer than it should, but then in the end. So I'm actually going to start lining her lash line first, just because I want to kind of get like the shape going, and just picking up a creamy, bready brown eyeshadow. And I'm just going to line her inner lash line. I'm going to do a little bit of black, but I feel like starting with a little bit of like a warm in there, it kind of gives you like a gradient. So now I'm going to line her lash line, but I'm actually gonna go underneath, and I'm just gonna first put a flick there, and then I'm gonna lift her eye a little and just kind of start tucking the color into the bottom lash line. I know it tickles a little bit, but I feel like it also makes the lashes look a little bit more fuller. Just be mindful when you do your clients that don't poke, but you kind of like wiggle. It's almost like the under lash trick, but with eyeliner. So now I'm grabbing a shader brush, and I'm picking up the same color. So I'm gonna create like a little bit of a smudgy wing. And this is just gonna give me a placement for how far I want to wing out her eye, because later on I can come back with some black and really like lock it in. Perfect. So I'm gonna pick up the shade Sandstone, and I like it because it's like a little bit of like a yellowy brown, which is perfect for like this honey kind of vibe. And then I'm just gonna work this color through her crease, and I'm gonna brush a little bit into like the top of the brow, just to kind of create like a more rounded look, because I am gonna come in with something sparkly, so I want to leave a little space for the shimmery moment. So now I'm just brushing the same color, and I'm kind of connecting it with that liner effect that I did earlier, and it's just to kind of create like a little bit of like a smoky background for her lashes, and then the contrast that I want to create between the matte and then the shimmer, like the color backwards a bit. So now I'm gonna grab this color from the Bobbi Brown. I mean, I don't even know if this is out anymore, but it's called Camel. It's one of my favorite colors. It's like a very like earthy kind of yellowy brown color. This kind of color palette is perfect for this vibe. It's very like J-Lo, Beyonce colors, you know, like a mustardy brown is like always so pretty when you're trying to do a golden bronzy eye. By the way, guys, so I've been using the Natasha Denona palette. I forgot to mention at the beginning, but it's basically the golden palette, which is definitely one of my go-tos. Now I'm picking up the color Hannah, and I'm just gonna really pack that color just more right here. I just wanna create like a little openness in the inner corner of Hrush's eyes. And I like this color because it's a little frosty, but it also has like a little yellow, like mustardy undertone, which complements these tones really nicely. More than anything, I just like it because it creates like brightness and like openness in the inner corner. I'm gonna have Hrush curl her own lashes. I always prefer for my clients or whoever I'm working on to do it because I feel like they can really get in the hairs and then I'm not like risking pinching them. I feel like they can feel where the barrel is like closest to the lash. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a black matte eyeshadow and I'm using the Makeup by Mario Master Matte palette. I'm just grabbing like a angled brush. I'm gonna actually pack the color lower than where I placed the brown one, just because I want a little diffusion and like a little gradient smoky effect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pack the color a little bit more into the inner part of this lash. But I am gonna touch the top lash line. So now I'm gonna add definitely a little bit more dimension and smoke on the outer part of Hrush's eye. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit of this like brownie black eyeshadow, which is the shade number Matte 11. I'm just basically packing the color, diffusing it as I go. This is my favorite way of kind of creating like a smoky effect without doing an eyeliner mummy. And I'm just grabbing a little bit of a chocolate color. I'm just gonna pack this in the outer part of Hrush's eye. I'm gonna create a little bit more of a dimension right here. And I'm just using this to kind of create a little bit more of a snatch. And then I'm gonna clean it up with a little bit of like a wet sponge to really make it sharp and crisp. And I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara on Hrush's top lashes, and I'm using the Dior Show mascara. I love this mascara because I feel like it adds a little bit of like fullness. It kind of thickens the lashes, but it doesn't like clump them right away. I know there's some mascaras out there that people like that are like more clumpy because it does create like volume and thickness, but I prefer a less clumpy mascara because I feel like I like to layer some, and I like to layer my mascaras like by formula. So if it's like thicker mascara, I do try to keep it more at the base, and then I like a lengthening mascara more at the like ends of it, so I don't comb in the mascara as much all the way through when it's a thickening mascara. Comb right there. So I'm just using a little micellar water, and I'm just putting it on the back of my hand, and I'm dipping a little bit of a wet sponge just to kind of clean up the under eye. And now that I let all the oil and everything kind of marinate, I feel like it's the perfect time to kind of freshen up the skin. And I'm just gonna kind of clean up the outer part too and snatch the eyeshadow a little bit, so that way when I come with the concealer, I can just follow that guideline and keep that like cat eye feline effect. And just because I want to do a little bit more of a sparkly vibe, I'm not gonna get rid of it right away. I want to kind of keep it because I feel like when I do sparkly moments, it kind of helps me to see the placement of how high I want to take the shimmers. So now I'm just picking up a little bit of this mustardy creamy eyeshadow, basically kind of like that Bobbi Brown color I was talking about earlier, but in a cream formula. So it just gives you like a little mustardy yellow wash, and then it's like perfect because it kind of makes her natural eye color pop more. I'm gonna grab a brow pencil, and I'm grabbing the shade Caramel. And first I'm just gonna brush her hair down a little bit just so I can get right up in here and kind of draw a guideline. I'm just gonna be a little bit more rough with the application on the ends of it because I want it to be a little bit more defined. And then one of my favorite things I like to do is I come back with powder just to kind of lock that in and give it like an extra longer wear, because I feel like brow pencils, especially when you have long hair, kind of tend to rub off easier. I feel like doubling it with a little bit of a powder kind of helps like keep it on a little bit longer. That's something I should work on, is something that's like longer wear for brows, because I'm like, I always struggle with that. You'd be like, didn't I just do your brows and they're already gone?
Yeah, they wipe off fast.
So now I'm just jumping to the other brow, and I'm only doing the end with the pencils, and then I like to fill the rest of the brow with a little bit of brow powder, and then after I'm done, I come back and I just carve the brow a little bit just to kind of thin it out and just kind of shape it better. But for now, I'm just kind of laying down the fluffy direction I want to go in. I filled in the brow with powder and pencil and just add a little reinforcement because, like I said, I like to layer so that way it lasts for humidity and all that. I just do a little brow pen in there. One, it fills in the little gaps, but then two, it kind of adds a little extra layer of product so that way your brows last a little longer. These are some of the sparkly moments that I am launching. This is one of the gold ones, and this is my orange gold. So I'm going to start off with the orange gold first, and I'm just kind of tapping the color a little bit. I don't want full impact. I just want to kind of lay it down little by little, and I'm going to start the color more out here. Blends really nicely into the golden brownie undertones that we placed earlier. I like to layer sparkles because sometimes if you just kind of go in for it, it tends to just be too much. So I like to just build it up a little. Okay, now I'm going to come in with the yellow gold. So tap in the color, and I'm going to pack it more in the inner part of the eyes, so it kind of graduates from like this yellowy gold into a orangey bronzy color. I'll need a little bit for mine too then, you know what I mean? So I'm doing the same thing I did on the other side. First I'm going to drag the liner in, and then I kind of just create the shape, and then later I come back and just kind of clean it up with some micellar water. I'm just making like a thin little knot in the inner part. It's like drying up a little, creating the little flick, and I'm dragging the product in. I feel like that helps me make a line better. And I'm going for like a Beyonce snitch. So I'm gonna make it a little bit longer because whenever I do her for like stage, I always end up making the liner like super long. So this is something exciting that I'm working on.
Just show it on me, I guess.
Yeah, because she's in the sample container.
The throwaways?
Yeah, she's basically a sparkly golden vibe. I wanted to make a glow that had pearl, but it just still kind of popped because I love body glow, but sometimes the sparkler ones just kind of melt into skin, which is beautiful for the girls that don't like a lot of sparkle. But I just wanted like a hybrid. I wanted a little bit of sheen with a little bit of sparkle.
I'm a showgirl, baby. Give it to me.
Yeah, especially during the summertime in the sunlight. Imagine if you're like at Nobu and the golden hours hitting you. I'm like, this looks so pretty with the
Wow.
I kind of like pop it right there. This scent was a different benchmark that I was working on, but
Smells really good.
yeah, but the final one is not this one. This is like a version that I was like, maybe if you like it, I love it.
I love that brush, by the way, from Beauty Blender.
I know,
It's a good one.
she has really good brushes. She has like a liner one too that I love, and then the double-ended spoolie. Like, we love a good spoolie. Yeah, because her spoolie has like a flatter one, and then it has a more
Silicone one, right?
yeah, which I love that because you can use it for mascara, you can use it for so many things. I still love like the frosty glows, but now I feel like this looks more skin-like. You see how like it kind of looks like your skin's just like glassy and hydrated. And then I just do a little bit up here. She like really pops.
Ooh.
But what I love about this, it doesn't lift the makeup. Like it just like settles into the skin, you know? You can kind of still have like that effect without it peeling. Sometimes I feel like with that kind of like products, if there's glycerin, it like lifts the makeup.
I agree with you.
Like bronzy, nudie moment. And I'm just gonna bring it down a little because I want to ombre her. So it's almost like a little lipsticky kind of vibe. And then I'm gonna come with the bottom lip. She's very Beyonce right now.
I also really love how you have a brush on the other end.
People thought that I made it to ombre this, but it's actually, I use it more for like cleaning up this part. Like it's like to sharpen the lip line. Like if you kind of like overlined a little too much, or if it's like a little too uncrisp. But you can use it to like ombre the actual lip liner, like on the lip line, but
Not me scrubbing my crusty lips.
no, you can use it as an exfoliator. Yeah, you can use it however you want, but it's just, I feel like for that, it might be a little too stiff, you know? For your lip liner, I just don't want it to take off the product. So it happens. I've seen people try to use it and I'm like, no, that's not what it's for. So now I'm gonna use a little bit of Silhouette and I'm just gonna place only like at the bottom of the lip right here and on the Cupid's bow, just because I wanna like accentuate the shape, but I'm not trying to like overline everywhere. This kind of keeps the attention more to like the top and the bottom of the lip. Then it helps when it comes to ombre it, that I don't have to just work so hard to like marry all the colors together. Put a little bit of that gold eyeshadow and I'm just gonna like add it to her tear duct in the bottom. Just wanna kind of like open up the eye a little and add a little extra sparkle. Do the same on this side. I just love this because I feel like it just dances in the light so pretty and opens up the eye a little bit more. And I like to spray the brush a little with some like setting spray because it adds like extra grab and like it locks the pigments into the skin, especially when you're doing like sparkly shadows. You want them to like lock in so they're not going everywhere. So now I'm applying refined lipstick. I'm using a brush just because I feel like I'm gonna get to be able to like ombre it out immediately. I'm just like working it from the middle inner part of the lip and I'm just gonna like start working it out into the lip liner. And I just like this color because it's like pinky. It works with the blush colors that we did, color corrector vibes. Gives you a little color and then I'm gonna nude it out a little bit more. Remember, we're doing like a ombre moment. Here I'm gonna put 1111, which is more like a beigey, like nudie lipstick.
I love that name.
1111, that's my favorite number. It's like alignment, like you're always at the right place. You know what time I got here?
1111.
111.
111.
I was supposed to be here at 11. You're like, you should have said, well, it can't be 11:11 because you definitely weren't here at 11, but 1:11, isn't that crazy? So I was like, okay, you know, I'm running so late, but we're actually on time. Spiritually, we're on time. Physically, we were late. Just to give you a little punch of gold, just gonna add like the honey vibe in there. Here's the final look. To catch how I finished the complexion and completed this Honey Glam look, head over to Hrush's channel.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to mine.
We're gonna put the link in one of the boxes over here. I'll let you guys know which one later. I also want to thank the amazing Kim Kimball for this gorgeous hair that she graciously lent us to complete this Honey Glam look. You can shop all her hair products and I'm gonna put the link below. Okay. Here we go.
Jennifer Coolidge. Snap for clear energy.
All right, guys, we just finished. We just finished the look.
Snap your finger.
Does that work? Oh, wow.
It breaks energy.
Oh, perfect. cat. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna run back on stage. I have to go back on tour. I love you. I will see you. I'll see you guys in the next city.
Come on, baby.